Rick said he'll be back in 10 minutes, only if his router resets properly. Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show, featuring the Zoom homies, produced by LK Productions. I see John Alloy Sr. has joined us. Good evening to John Alloy Sr. I believe he was about second. V.A. Trigger was third. Greg was fourth. He's slipping a little bit. Rick says he'll be back in about 10 minutes. Chris asked, where am I? I'm started right on time, 9:01 by the computer and 9 o'clock by the trains, and close enough for government work, as the old saying goes, you know. Good evening to Greg. Good evening to Chris. Hope your day went well.
I didn't do nothing today. Took the day off.
I can say that.
All I did was take a shower and shave and a few other little things.
Yeah, she went to her interview, and then we went to Menards and Lowe's and Home Depot, and then Mom's, and then a fish store. I think I got the Forrest Gump of the fish world today, actually. Chris left. I wonder why Chris left. Maybe he's having issues. Pretty sure I acknowledged that he was there. Tony Wallow says, good evening. Hi, Tony. Good to see Tony Wallow. Yeah, a couple different things going on right now. Nothing important. Hey, the oddest thing happened a while ago. Okay, he'll be back. He's having some issues, it looks like. I was trying something in DaVinci Resolve, nothing important, just messing around with it. And I made a slight change, and all of a sudden DaVinci Resolve was gone. So I'm almost to the point where I got to figure out how to save all of my work, delete it, reinstall it, and go from there. I really am to that point.
Huh.
Some of the effects that are supposed to work aren't work. It's yeah, Chris, I know that feeling, actually. All too well do I know that feeling. Good evening, BH. Good evening, Jose. Good evening, Intermute.
Good evening.
Well, what was that all about?
What was I'll explain later.
Okay. I'm all ears.
The main reason is I had it on earlier and I have forgot to change it. But I want to test something here, actually, while it's there. Rick and I were trying to get Rick's router working earlier, and we weren't being too successful, so we kind of concluded we would do it tonight with the help of everybody on YouTube. And then he texted a while ago and said, be back in 10 minutes from now. I should be back, so whatever he did hopefully works. Because he only has the one router, and if he messes that up, then he's going to be up a creek.
He's not getting back.
He's not coming back, right? I mean, that's sad.
And there's nothing wrong with my computer.
I apparently have something wrong with mine because, like I said, I made one slight little change on a DaVinci Resolve test project, and it just blinked it out. It just shut it down. So
all the blocks were dark. I don't know why they were dark.
Yeah, DaVinci's crashed.
Well, I mean the panel pictures.
DaVinci crashes a lot. I don't.
You know, I have not had many issues lately, but I mean, up until lately, and lately I've had a couple. Bobby Warren says, hey, Ken. Hi, Bobby. Yeah, it's nice to have you join us from the warm state of Florida. What are you eating? Another salad?
Yep.
I am.
I wonder what Bobby broke today.
Yeah,
Don't don't
sorry about
choke
that.
there,
That's
Jeff.
easy to make.
Jeff,
I got some stuff that was getting old.
Yeah, that always
Jeff,
helps.
Hate to spend the money on veggies and then not use them.
Are you doing an audio check, or are you
Jeff.
trying to say Jeff, Jose?
I'm
Okay,
trying
Jeff.
to I'm trying to chime in, but some people here are interrupting, so I better shut my mouth off.
Okay, the floor is yours. Or not.
He
I'm
said,
eating.
don't choke on it.
Bobby says, I'm waiting for my pizza to get delivered. Cool.
I'm eating spaghetti.
That's what we had. We actually had a spaghetti casserole. We were at Mom's today, and my sister was making my grandma's spaghetti casserole from memory. So the two of them got together and yacked a bit, and it was pretty good. It was missing an ingredient. I swear I can't put my finger on it, what it was missing, but it was good. Very good. So, Mrs. K got hired. She will start her orientation next Wednesday, I think they said, which is odd, but
Is she gonna
Well,
give
she
a
doesn't have to give-
notice?
Congratulations to her.
How much notice does she have to give the old place?
she's not leaving the old place. She's wanting to go part-time to a different shift. And I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure how that's going to work right now.
Does she work both jobs?
She could, but I'm trying to steer her away from that. She did that for about 13 years, and it's hard on her and it's hard on me. Now, obviously, it's hard on her because I'm just the chauffeur back and forth between everywhere, but still, I don't have any issues with her wanting to go full time at one and part time at the other. So I think that's what she's leaning to. They pay a little bit better. They have huge. I think I figured out the bonus is about $7,000, and it's spread out over the year, every 3 months. Rick, you didn't lose your router.
No, I didn't because I didn't do anything yet.
That's a good point.
Is she going to have any scheduling issues?
I don't know, Jeff. That was one of the things that I brought up. I was like, you should, since we're in the neighborhood, you should go. That's all supposed to get worked out Monday. And
Well, I was thinking more about the old job if she's part-time there.
they
They
probably
might say, well, you've got to accommodate us or you can't work here. So
right. She might lose her every other weekend off and her every other 3-day weekend off and be working every weekend. That is very possible. And I very selfishly said, wouldn't it be so nice if they would match your current schedule, where she has every Monday off and every other weekend off. So every other weekend she has a 3-day weekend. If we want to do something, we can do something. I don't see that happening at all. They also pay a shift differential, and she's going to work the PM shift, which is what she's working now. So that was good. It's a huge facility, just very huge. I'll get in there and get a video one of these days. Got to let her break the place in first. Then we went and priced sinks, water heaters, faucets, everything else you can think of under the sun in a hardware store.
faucets are expensive.
They aren't too bad. I think they range from 34 to 119. The ones we liked. I mean, there were some
you just
pretty
replacing
pricey
one?
ones.
Yeah. When we had our fire a few years ago, we took the opportunity to replace all of the plumbing hardware in the entire house. We had that old brassy gold crap
Mm-hmm.
the builders used, and a lot of it had been damaged by hard water. So we went to entirely stainless steel stuff, and replacing everything in the whole house was nearly $3,500.
Man.
I mean, we have 3 bathrooms and a lot of stuff to replace. And we
Yep.
would, trying to get good quality stuff so we'd never have to do it again.
My brother says, check Amazon. Yeah, I'm going to order a sink, a hot water heater, 3 sinks, 3 sets of fixtures, and a hot water heater off of Amazon. I don't see that happening. I could be missing something here, but
Yeah. I'm getting ready to make a big Amazon order. I don't know if I should or not, but I'm going to. Thinking about adding a SATA SSD to my build just for bulk storage.
so I was trying to get pictures tonight without getting on the floor. I have no idea what this nonsense is over here. I think we have aliens living in that cabinet.
Yeah.
And then the next picture turned out all right. All the faucets have got it's you pull it up and you turn it right or left for hot or cold. So this sink isn't too bad, and you'll understand that in just a minute. I don't know what they were thinking, but the copper runs up to here, and they put a T down here to run the lines. Both of them are the same way. I think tomorrow I'm actually going to try to get on the floor, get up in here, and get a good look up in this area to see what that looks like. These sinks don't look round to me; they look oval. That's a better picture of that. You know,
What are you wondering about what some of the stuff is, or?
yeah, I want to get. I'm not. I can replace the water heater, I think, myself, but I can't do these sinks because there's just too much involved in it.
The little stubs there have just got air up in there. It's to prevent a water hammer.
Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know that. I'd never seen anything like that. And then I have no clue
You
what
don't
that.
see it as much in newer homes because they're cheap.
Yeah, I think the poltergeist took over this one.
But your house has it done the right way there.
Okay. And this was the other sink in the other bathroom. And again, it doesn't look too bad. And the plumbing's the same way, except they're all crooked as hell. Now, this one concerns me. That is alarming, disturbing, and a few other adjectives that aren't coming to mind. And I thought I took a picture of the piping, but it's all the same.
If you got rust, that means water's been leaking.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but
Water leak.
here's the odd thing. In this sink, there's no rust whatsoever on the top. In the other 2 sinks that are clear, that has no. This sink's practically rusted all the way through, believe it or not. And then I was looking at the shape, and I can't get it, but this doesn't look to be round to me. It looks more like an oval, which is why I want to get on the floor tomorrow and get up in there and see if is it round or is it oval. That was let's say 30-minute conversation of explaining the difference between a square sink, a round sink, and an oval sink to someone, not me. And then after she said, "Oh, I got it, I'll be damned if we don't go to another store." And what's the first sink she looks at? A square sink.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get this other one here. Because my brother said, "What's it look like from the top?" So what I did was, oh, come on. I took a picture from the top. And this is not bad. I mean, they've had issues before. Pay no attention to somebody's losing their hair, me.
Yeah.
The sink that's the worst of this, it's got rust like this, as big as a $50, and all through the basin. But to me, that looks like it's a round sink. But then when you look at the bottom, it's not. So I don't know what we're gonna get, honestly. At this point in time, I just
Well,
don't.
just take the pictures with you to the store and tell them you want something that matches that.
Well, funny.
You got to go by the cutout opening on the countertop.
Right. So that's either going to be done one of 2 ways. Either I take a sink out to see the cut, or I crawl up under there and look at it from the bottom looking up at the sink. And I'm not sure which one I want to do yet.
It'd be awfully hard to gauge, wouldn't it, from looking up?
I don't know, Rick. I think if I can get up under there far enough to where I can see where it's cut out and how the sink is set in, I think I could gauge it fairly well. I honestly don't know. I was going to do that today, but I was just worn out. I was just physically beat.
Unless you can get one of those pull-out rulers and go up there with a tape measure and kind of measure it that way, but I don't know if you got room enough there to do that.
Well, I was thinking maybe I could take and install DaVinci Resolve and then use one of the masks and see what it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Seriously. If there's no show tomorrow night, you know I got down on the ground and I never got it. Okay. So that's what I did this afternoon. Let me bring this over here. I don't think me ordering stuff off. I don't see ordering sinks and stuff off Amazon. Long Dog joins us. If you want to change the sink, you have to look at the hole cut in the countertop. Yeah, that makes sense. And then you need to take measurements to find the sink similar. We actually found that this is what's weird. We actually found those exact sinks at the Home Depot. Because I'm like, I like those. And then I couldn't figure out why I liked them. Now I know why I liked them. Because it's the exact same sink.
Mm.
But we'll see. I still haven't heard back from the guy. The guy at Menards, he practically was like, well, let me pull that water heater down for you. We'll get that in your truck today and we'll help you install it. And yeah, I said, we're just getting prices, sir. What? You're not buying it today? No, sir. We're just actually comparing prices with some of your competitors. Oh, we'll beat their price. Well, you're not beating their price right now. And you don't have a military discount. And you don't have your 11% thing going on. Do you see the pattern I'm going with here?
Did you tell them all that?
I said every word of that, just exactly like I told you.
What did they say?
He walked away.
What was this at?
Menards. I don't know if you guys have Menards down south or not. It's Midwest, Northern. I think it started out in, I want to say Wisconsin. I believe
Yeah,
it was.
we have one up here.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the veterans discount I get at Lowe's. That's just me.
You get a veterans discount at Lowe's because they told me they don't have it. Home Depot has a veterans discount, and it's 10%.
Lowe's has military discount every day, everywhere.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I must have talked to the other Forrest Gump in the world today then.
You have to provide evidence.
Your ID, sure.
But here in Nevada, when I moved back, I took the DD 214 down to the DMV and they stuck it on my license. So now usually most places will look at the veterans thing on my driver's license and accept that as proof.
Yeah, I've got my VA card. They usually accept that.
Okay.
And then I don't know if I have it on my license or not. My brother actually carries his 214, well, a copy of his 214.
Our Lowe's said when I asked them about it, they changed it, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, that you got to go to their website and fill out a simple form.
Yep.
And when you're at the register,
That's what-
all you do
That's
is
what I ended up doing. I've got a Lowe's card and the veterans information is entered into the form that's associated with my Lowe's number or whatever.
Yeah.
you just give them your telephone number.
Yeah, we tried that at Home Depot and they couldn't find it because that makes sense. The last time I went to Home Depot, the girl told me they had done away with the program and I had to reapply. So I don't know.
Reapply it when they done away the program?
That's what, well, I'm telling you, she was the cousin of Forrest Gump. So that's been a while back too. But I actually opened up a notebook thing on my phone and we wrote down the prices and the locations. Menards, if the 11% discount was in, that's a good place to buy it. Prices are a tad higher, but the 11% discount will balance that out. Home Depot, prices were a little lower, plus 10%, so that's not too bad. But I haven't heard back from this guy, so I don't know what's going on.
Hmm.
And then she was like, we should get one of these. She saw an ad for a tankless water heater.
Yeah.
Well,
Some circumstances, those are okay, but you got to understand what you're getting into.
yes, and they require maintenance just like a regular water heater and everything else. And I said, do you even know what a tankless water heater is? And she says, it's right there. I said, no, that's the box for the tankless water heater. Do you know what the tankless water heater is?
Yeah, they're about $1,600 to $1,800.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Yeah, they're expensive.
And then the other option we have, if we want instant hot water, or so we've been told, is to put a recirculating pump on the system. And I don't necessarily know we need to do that. So
I have a recirculating line, and you need what if you do that, what you want is a pump that's on a timer.
Okay.
So that you can set the times a day that you think you're more likely to need the hot water. Otherwise, you're spending more on natural gas or electric or whatever you're using to heat your water with when you're heating it all the time.
That
I
makes
have
sense.
one that's not that. I asked for the other when the thing was rebuilt and I didn't get it. And this one has a thermostat on the line and supposed to shut it off and on, but that didn't work well. So to make it work at all, I've had to turn mine so it runs all the time, and that burns more gas.
Mm-hmm.
And my gas bill is much higher than it used to be.
Yeah, I'm hopeful that since our current hot water heater is 12 years old, probably got a lot of sediment in it. I'm hopeful that getting a new one, we get hot water a little quicker to the back of the house. We're not going to replumb the house. There's no need to do that. I doubt.
Are your water pipes on an exterior wall?
Sure. I have no idea. I honestly don't know, Greg, without getting in the crawl space and seeing.
Have your plumber check that, and if they are, just buy that split insulation that keeps pipe much warmer.
Right. Yeah, when we were having our repairs done, the freaking plumbers came in. We replaced every line in the house except for a few stubs, because it was cheaper to replace them than to get labor to clean the soot that had deposited on the lines in between the two floors of the house.
Yeah, we had the
And
entire.
when they were doing it in the master bath upstairs, they put the lines on the outside wall with no insulation around the lines, and I pissed and moaned about that until they came back and fixed it. And they were not happy. I had to bitch several times to get them to do that. And didn't strike me as being very knowledgeable. If you have your choice, you don't put your lines on the outside wall anyway. Now, fortunately, it's not a real cold climate here in Vegas, as you know.
Right.
But nonetheless, it's doing it right. I mean, we get down just below freezing on occasion. And I thought, well, if I get a little bit of insulation in behind the lines, it'll be okay. And they didn't even do that until I complained. But finally got it done. Yeah.
Yeah, we had the whole
Mr.
house.
Warren will take your hot water heater home and install it.
Yeah, really. Bobby's getting a new refrigerator and stove. I think I saw him say earlier. Yeah, I wished I had a truck, but I don't. So, but
I'll come there and haul it for you if you pay my gas from Vegas.
somebody else wants me to pay their plane ticket to come out to Indiana too. So, let me check my budget.
I wonder who.
Let me see. Let me look at my budget here. Plane ticket from California.
Jose.
Oh,
no.
hell no. Apparently, I can't afford that. Let's see.
Jeff. No.
Tim.
Yes, we get there. Jose will have to hitchhike here. We'll have to hitchhike together from Vegas.
Hey, what an idea. Jose can get to Vegas, and you guys could drive straight through. He could drive, you could drive, he could drive, you could drive. Be here in about 12 hours. What a concept. Wonder what
Well,
gas would
I mean,
cost.
stop every 8 hours
Uh,
and you'd pay for the gas in the hotel rooms.
a better yet, I could go to Fresno, hijack, as Doug beds. From there, go to Vegas.
Yeah, there you go. No, there's no need for a hotel room. I'll drop this bed here, and one of you guys can sleep on the couch.
No, on the way, on the way.
Oh, drive straight through. There's no need. You drive, he drives.
Yeah.
Rest every 8 hours.
That's how you guys work the driving schedule out. That's between you. I can't be doing everything. Oh, he's got a Ford 150. Yeah, my
Yeah,
brother just
like
bought
it.
one of those. He likes it. I just need an old beater so I can do stuff with it. And of course, I've wanted an old beater now for quite some time. I'll get it eventually. BH, I still haven't gotten any mail. Of course, we had a holiday last week, so that didn't help out.
Yeah, well, that was only what, 8 days ago I mailed that, maybe.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Back in a moment. I got to go down and get my main course.
Hey, Ken,
Yes, Greg.
when you measure your sinks, measure straight across and you
Okay.
can get the right size for the cutout.
Okay.
You might have to trim it up a tiny bit with a jigsaw, but that's about it.
We were thinking about expanding it because I think she's kind of bent on getting a square sink, but I'm doing everything I can to not let that happen.
In the bathrooms?
Mm-hmm. Apparently, that's the way things are going these days.
Square.
What I said. And the one she looked at probably had 4-inch overhang all the way around. I'm like, nope, that's not going to work. That's just going to look stupid. So
Ouch.
we'll cross the bridge when the guy gets me a price, and we'll figure out when we're going to do it. Then we'll go get the parts and get them brought up here or over here or delivered or something. I don't know.
And you got to pay for the food too.
Are you talking about Jeff and Jose?
Yeah.
I'll give him $5 to split between here and there.
That'll give them a soda and some chips.
How they split that $5 up is between them. You know, and in all seriousness, I've never driven a long distance straight through with someone else driving while I tried to sleep. Lauren and I tried it one time years ago, and I slept literally. Left eye was closed to be asleep, and right eye was like making sure she was doing all right. And it was on a straight section of the highway, because if there had been anything that turns or whatever, we'd still be lost.
My pastor drove from Georgia to San Diego, California, and all he did was sleep in a car at truck stop.
Yeah, we've done that too. We have actually crashed into one of our trips back here from California. We drove, I don't know, about 12, 13 hours. We started at a stupid odd time, drove to about 3 in the morning, slept to 5, got back on at about 5:30. I don't recommend
He did
it.
that. His wife didn't want to get on a plane.
Yeah, Mom and I were just talking about this the other day. My driving long hours are over. I'm probably going to limit it to about 6, maybe 7 hours at the very most. So if it's not in that 6-hour radius of where we're going, it's going to be at least a 2, maybe 3-day trip.
If it takes me more than 15 minutes to drive there, that's too far.
So your Walmart's real close then.
Oh, yeah. One stoplight.
Oh, good. Speaking of Walmart, they had a 25-year-old young man killed down in southern Indiana because apparently he was playing real-life Fortnite in a Walmart with the police.
Oh, jeez.
He lost.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Welcome in, Gary. Hi, Gary.
Hello.
I think I said hi
Actually,
to Wintermute, but
I suggest you go to Amazon for your sinks. They got like Waterstone. That's where we got 2 sinks there and save like 30% on new ones, brand new.
I'm
Still have to be
going
installed.
to Amazon right now. Oh, look, it's the Asus AX6000 Wi-Fi 6 gaming computer that someone in Arkansas will own tomorrow.
If the weather permits.
It's a what, Ken?
Do what, Chris?
What did you say? It was what?
Alex buying a new computer?
No, he's getting a new router.
Oh, the router.
Aces Gaming what? Oh, he's getting a router.
Yeah, he's getting the AX6000, I think it is. I think. I kind of tried to look at it earlier today.
Yeah, that's what you posted on Messenger.
I wonder what you know who from Phoenix is gonna do with all those mini PCs.
That should be Alex joining us now. I heard the bell.
Yes, Ken, it is. It's me. Hopefully, I can do a better job of staying in the Zoom tonight.
All depends on your audio. Did you get your audio fixed?
It's working at the minute.
The minute.
Hey, Alex. I was watching Terry this afternoon when you called.
I tried looking for the sinks again on Amazon. The first one took me, and this one looks kind of weird too. Where's all the nice, neat little pictures I need to look at? This is weird.
Are you looking at the nice curved ones now with the hose that comes out of the faucet itself?
No, I'm looking at filters for bathroom sinks, sink installation type. I don't know where I'm at. I'll do this later. Too much going on. So the topic for tonight, we're all going to try to help. Well, we all are. I'm not.
Yeah.
You all are going to try to help Rick get his Netgear router reset. Or so he can log in. Or Rick, you can explain it. I'll go catch up on chat.
But okay, wait, we all of us?
No, except me.
Well, if you have
no,
if you have any ideas, throw them in, because I'm just kind of, I'm not out of ideas. I just don't know which way to go. I didn't think of this till I thought I had all the right information, but I tried it tonight, and I got as far as, because I had to do a password recovery, and that's after you try doing your username and password, then you close it, then it throws you into recovery. Well, it asked the two security questions, and apparently neither one of them are right. Well, I thought they were, because that's what I wrote down, but it's not taking them. So, and that's one of the things that they said, that if you can't get that to work, then you have to do a factory reset, which is poking the little hole in the back of the router, resetting it. That's kind of where I'm going.
So you haven't done that yet?
No, after I do the reset, my question is, because I have to pull the internet from it, don't I?
Well, I mean, it's going to go down. It's going to reboot. What do you mean?
Don't I have to pull the patch cord from the cord that goes from the modem to the router?
No.
Just reset it.
You might have to reset the modem as well as the router after. Just unplug and plug back in.
Yeah, when I did it, Rick, the only reason the internet wasn't plugged in is because I was using the AT&T thing, and according to Alex, I didn't need to be connected. I don't know if it factory reset it or not. I honestly don't.
Well, you will get disconnected when you factory reset, yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think his question is, does he need to disconnect before he does it? And
no.
It sounds like the consensus is no.
So I just leave it powered on, and I just go there and hit the reset button.
Rick, what kind of router is? Let's start there before we start offering suggestions.
Yeah.
Well, they are. It's a Netgear 1600 AC.
Long Dog is saying just press and hold the reset button 10 to 15 seconds. Oh, if it were that simple. He's got the reset hole where he's got to put the paper clip in and hold it for 10 to 15 seconds.
Well, that's what Long Dog is speaking about. He did the paperclip thing too in an earlier comment.
Oh,
the R6250?
I hadn't realized you factory reset it, Rick?
Or 6260.
No, Lawn Dog was saying use the little hole on the back. The fact
I
is,
just
Oh,
sent
okay.
it.
but you have to hold the button down inside the hole with the paper clip for so long.
Yeah, it's
No.
the way I did it was until the power light blinked out, and then I knew it was
Okay, that
reset.
makes sense.
You said it's a 1600 AC, right?
Yeah, I have it somewhere. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
R63 630 or something like that.
Got R6260 and R6250. They're both AC 1600.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know which one.
It sounds like it's a model or two back from the one that I have. I have the R6400 at the moment.
Yeah, 1600 is an R6260, right? Correct.
I think it's multiples. He needs to look at the actual model number.
Well, dude, I got the model. It's a 6260 or 6250.
Yeah, there's a 6250 and there's a 6260. I don't know which one he has.
Yeah, I know. I thought you said
6330.
6330. Okay.
I'm looking here. I know you guys are looking too.
Got it.
The race is on.
I'm just looking at you looking nuts.
Ooh, that's just 1200. Okay. It's from 2017. You got the manual and Wintermute? I got it. Or you got it?
Oh
Okay.
shoot! Your pictures just that you sent me of the labels just to.
Oh, I got the manual. I'll post the manual link.
Okay. Go ahead.
I can. Bada bing.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's the manual. Is that the right
Excuse
router?
me. I am Zinjack. Zinjack asked me earlier, Chad, after the stream, does he think I can play Fortnite? And my reply was, thanks for asking, but I've retired from Fortnite. And has he asked Josh Kinder? And he replied, are you fully retired, or do you think you can possibly play? I am fully retired. Gaming is I did that more or less to appease Doug, and even though I knew he was kidding about it, it was well worth doing it and learning it and everything else. But I'm not a gamer. I don't have any desire to play games whatsoever. You guys are good. I enjoy to watch you guys when you and Doug and Dennis play. You know you carry their water, so keep it up. Hope Doug's not watching this. He won't do no more redirects for me.
Sure he will.
Bobby Warren's got a Netgear Nighthawk router. I think they were pretty popular. I've got one. Alex has got one. Rick's got one. Bobby's got one.
6330.
Mm-hmm. They're really good. Really good routers. It's
Gary?
just for me.
Yeah.
I think he said 6330. This is the manual I get for that.
Which one does he need? Yeah, I thought he said
330 is what I heard him say.
okay.
Rick, do you have the 6330 or the 6230?
633.
Okay.
My mistake. Start. Go for the manual. You got it, Wintermute?
Yeah, I just posted on YouTube chat.
I heard it wrong.
William Dawson uses a Netgear RAXE 500.
Very similar.
They're pretty
Of
popular.
course, all these manufacturers are going to make all these going to make several model numbers that are really close together, and they're not going to make it easy to find what you're looking for.
Yeah, I'm coming out with a router. It's going to be so
Yeah,
you will have no problems finding anything because it's going to be called a router. Done. No numbers, no models, a router. Piece
No
of cake.
I'm betting each router is for each different
Nice, people love you.
just to be a little different.
Good Lord, who put the novel for the link in there? Oh, that's Greg. Is that for syncs? Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's the exact same thing I got. Instead of having all the nice, neat little pictures to look at. That's. Oh, there we go. Maybe if I scroll down a little bit.
Ken, you got computer problems.
I do not.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have to agree. This router has served me well for the past 8 years. Ever since we had 12 meg internet, but now that we got fiber optic, it's time to upgrade.
So the first one on your list, Greg, while they're researching the modem, looks exactly like what I have right now.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
I have to dig out my notes to see. I think that's actually the lowest price too. I wonder if they give a discount for bulk of 3.
Rick,
Yeah.
are you wired to you're wired to the router, right? It's not wireless.
The only thing that's wireless that's using the wireless is my phone.
Okay. Well, just when you reset it, back to factory, it'll lose the wireless name and password. So you have to reset that stuff up. So
Yeah.
you want to be wired in when you first reset it.
Make sure.
Also, do you know what your LAN address is? Like 192.168.1.1? That's what it's going to default to. Are you on that now?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I looked up one of Kerry's videos. He reviewed a router similar to the one that I ordered. But not the exact same. He reviewed the more expensive one, this $500 one. I'm getting the cheaper $200 one, but it's essentially the same thing.
I'm trying to figure out who dropped out.
You order my prices off on the computer or your. I ordered them off Amazon. My blue ones I wear, not these plastic ones. Did you order the blue ones off on Amazon?
There's
Oh, we get to hear Chris's Amazon order.
there is a functionality to back up the settings on the router. So if you had any special settings on it, you can back that up. Factory
I don't
reset
think
it.
he,
And load it.
when can he get into it? I thought that was
Oh yeah, I guess not. Yeah.
Oh, Jeff dropped out.
Catch 22 there. Sorry.
I do agree with you though.
What, Ken?
No, Jeff is still. I'm trying to figure. Somebody dropped out, but I can't figure out who it is.
It was me.
You say that's a byproduct of getting old.
Well, we had 11, and now we have 10. Somebody still dropped out, and for the what'd you do? Drop out and come back, but the numbers don't match back up.
Just pulling your leg.
There's Greg. There's me. There's Jeff. There's Rick. There's Alex. There's BH. This is weird. Somebody dropped out because Zoom on mine's only got 3, 6, 9, 10. Zoom that I'm watching on the stream that I backed up's got 3, 6, 9, 11. Jim, Gary, Chris, Wintermeat, Jose, BH, Rick.
Maybe it was Jim coming in.
No, it has a different ring when it goes out. Plus, again, I've got 9 here and 10 there. So, Ken, read my above statement, what he needs to enter into the URL box. Okay, so my above statement. How far back above do I need to go here? In a browser after the reset, in the URL box, type this route. Yeah, we've been down that road. Actually, Long Dog.
Back in a moment. Gotta walk the dog.
Yep, routerlogin.net. So, Rick, do you want to attempt to do that while we're live? And if you come back, we know it worked, or you want to wait and if it doesn't work and you're not able to get back?
No, I'll probably wait till later.
Greg left?
Uh-huh.
I'm back. Everything just locked up. Mouse, keyboard. You guys are all frozen.
Aha! It is you because you're next to me, but okay, so that's twice this week with 2 different people that Zoom has locked up that I'm aware of.
Oh, that happened to me yesterday just for the workout.
Now there's 3 people. Oh my goodness. I personally want to go back to the days of 192.168.1.1 is what Long Dog just said.
You can probably change your IP.
I just plug it in and it works. It's all that matters to me.
Yeah, but
Except for my DaVinci, which is going screwy, but
we can't access ours, Ken.
do what?
I said we can't access our routers.
No, we can't.
Because y'all are on the devil's internet, AT&T.
Oh, is that what it is?
No other choice.
Oh, I have a choice.
No,
Just
it's a-
convenience.
Ken has another choice.
Other than something
Yeah,
like
but I don't think Xfinity can match what I have. In fact, I know they can't. They wanted more money for those 300 meg package than I'm paying now for the 1 gig. So until they can
You guys were speaking of that website that I need to go for the router. I did that once, and the way I got around that is I did that one-time password,
right.
and it got me in there, but I didn't see anything that retained to my router.
Hmm.
So
Like it brought me.
fiber comes into a home. Does it have to have a? It does have a modem, don't it?
When fiber comes into a home, they call it a media converter because it converts the fiber optic cable to Ethernet, and and that box needs power because that's what lights up the fiber.
Okay. And the Ethernet will go straight to the What happens if you connect it straight to the computer?
You get a public IP address. In my case, I get a public IP address, and you don't want to do that because then you'll expose your computer directly to the internet. And if you don't have your firewall turned on or anything on your computer, you're literally exposing yourself to the wild internet.
Yeah.
I got a quick question
You want to
for
always be behind a router.
for
Do that.
Wintermute.
Get on a dark web.
Are you in Durham, Wintermute? Oh, he's muted.
I'm in Raleigh.
Raleigh, okay.
It's not far from Durham, though.
The
10
Duke
minutes.
area? Duke
Yeah,
University?
Duke's in Durham.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
You know what I don't get? Today, my dad said that a lot of things he said. I don't know whether he's playing or not. But today he said that ever since we moved the router to your room, my speeds are bad. But you know what's funny about that is I tested the speeds with this current router on both my phone and my tablet. And mind you, my tablet is the oldest device in this house, the oldest Wi-Fi enabled device in this house. And I'm able to pull at least 200 in every room in this house that I can physically get to. The only exception to that rule is the laundry room, because I can't get it down the stair in the laundry room.
Sure you can. It'd just be a bumpy ride. Take that seat belt, pull it tight, be like a NASCAR driver. Just go
Keep
down the
brakes
steps.
on. So,
Keep
but
the brakes
anyway,
on.
he's got to, if he's having lower speeds than me, and I even showed my mom the speeds on her phone while sitting in the living room, which is about as far away from the router as you can get and still be in the house.
So did you ask your dad if you could see what the speeds were on his phone so you could verify if he's messing with you or not?
No, but I assume they're pretty good because he's got a Note 10. He's got a Note 20 Ultra. I've got a Motorola 5G something or other.
Is that new?
Like
5G something or another?
The oldest device in our house now is probably my tablet as far as wireless devices go, other than the actual router.
We have a request from chat specifically to Alex. It says, Alex, could you take a moment and explain to the group what the numbers on the router model generally indicate, meaning 1600, 2200,
Wireless
2600,
speed.
3200?
That's yes, when I'm muted, it's correct. That is the wireless speed or the theoretical wireless speed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because they put that on there does not mean that's what you're going to get, because it's all about
Absolute
how your
best.
house is built.
Okay. Hopefully he heard your answer and he'll either concur or we'll go from there. So, Alex, do you want to take, I'll give you a minute and a half to explain what you have coming in tomorrow.
Okay.
Are you going to try to share your screen? If that's the case, it's a minute 15. His sound bar must have went out again.
No, I can hear you. My sound bar didn't go out again.
What?
That's what I'm getting. That's a deal right there. $187. Every other website, Walmart, Best Buy, they're all still selling this same router for at least $230. So $287 is a deal before tax. Total it was at
It's like a
$205.
dead spider.
I can't wait to see what the range and the speed increase will be on it. And it's got 8 Ethernet ports to plug stuff in, and it's got everything I need on it. So
What time is it supposed to be there tomorrow?
it'll be here tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. What time?
Probably if Amazon is on time like they around the same time they normally are, it always tells me by 10 p.m. but it always gets here like it. Amazon always usually brings it by like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm looking at maybe 1 to 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I tried my slogan. I tried him to get him to use mine. Sun up to sundown. They just wouldn't buy it. They felt better going 6 to 6. I'm not sure why that is. Long Dog is talking to Rick about routers over in the chat on YouTube.
I told him don't come before 1 o'clock. I'm sleeping.
The hardest part about when I get it, the hardest part about setting it up is going to be plugging it into the outlet and probably getting it out of the box. That's always the hardest part of getting anything new, is getting it out of the box.
Are you going to be home alone tomorrow? Uh-oh, soundbar's out. Earth to Alex. Come in, Alex.
Do you copy, Alex? Do you copy?
Alex?
No. What'd you say?
I said,
Well,
I said, are you going to be home alone tomorrow?
no, not that I'm aware of. No.
So you shouldn't have any issues. You say to one of your nephews or whoever's there, could you please plug this in for me? Easy solution.
Yeah.
Greg, you're not in your normal position on my Zoom. That's what this is all. Okay, hold on. Let me fix that. Put you there. Put Jeff there. I'll be Alice.
I got a curious question.
We have a curious answer.
What does username pertain to? That usually your email?
For the router?
Yeah.
No, the username is usually admin.
It's admin for you for that particular.
Unless they give you an option to change it, it is 99% of the time admin.
Admin, and then I just put password or password.
Well, it's either password or it's blank.
generally, I think it asks you to set the password the first time you log in. Once you factory reset it, I think that's what I'm seeing, but I'm not sure.
Or the username and password is just admin, or it could be admin password, or there could be a
It's not for this.
automatically generated a strong password on the label on the bottom of the.
My login password was user in lowercase, and then like about a
It varies for different models.
Well, on the
8-character password there.
yeah, on the label on the back of his router, it's www.routerlogin.net. Username is admin, password is admin, and I'm pretty sure they're going to want you to reset that to your personal password. And then if you get to the other aspect of it where they're requiring the key, I'm not going to say what that is, but you see it right there on your label. That's not going to change. That's going to remain constant.
Password's going to be your personal password.
And be sure to let us know what that is in case we have to help you out in the future.
Yeah, post in the YouTube chat.
Yes, while we're live, my password is.
It's going to be your personal password.
Well, if there's one password I wouldn't mind, I think they would be the least dangerous to put in the online somewhere in the YouTube chat would
Somebody dropped
probably
again.
be your Wi-Fi password, and that is simply because of the fact that nobody can connect to your Wi-Fi unless they're close to you.
Well, I thought if you had the
Nobody
19
have it if they're 10 hours away.
No, I thought if you had the 192.168.1.1 and all the pertinent information, you could log in from anywhere in the world. Is that not true?
If you got routerlogin.net.
No, you have to be on the local area network.
Yes,
Okay.
you have to be on the local area network unless you enable remote management. Which that is always disabled by default.
You basically log into whatever LAN you're on.
All right. I had a question for Wintermute. If you don't mind doing some research for me, can you find out where all of my DaVinci completed projects are stored, and if it's possible to remove them from DaVinci, off-site them somewhere, delete DaVinci, reinstall DaVinci, and then bring those back into the current DaVinci? If that makes any sense.
Yes, you can.
You can try.
Then the other problem I think I'm going to run into is, since I have the paid version of it, I don't know if I need to know the exact license or not. And if I do, I'm up a creek because I don't know what it is.
You
have that saved somewhere.
Do what, Alex?
I thought you had your license number for DaVinci is all saved somewhere.
If I do, I don't know where it's at. I mean, it's possible. Come on, I have such impeccable organizational skills. Of course I don't have it saved somewhere.
Ken, there's a program. It's an old program. There's probably other programs, but it's called BLARC Advisor. And it will tell you, sometimes it will tell you the license numbers. It opens up in a web browser.
Yeah, I've used that before.
Some of those don't get the right license, no.
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think you've used it before, Ken.
Yeah, I've got a icon on my desktop for it.
Yeah.
I sent that to you, Ken, when you were checking out those other computers that you were working on.
Do I?
The Bell Arc Advisor.
Yes.
I sent you a link for that when you're working at the other computers so you could get the license keys.
Yes, I
for the software off of them.
Yeah, so it pops up. Please note that the Bell Arc Advisor must run with full administrative privileges for a thorough analysis. No changes were made. Don't show this again. Let's hit continue because I like getting the pop up that tell me your advisor security are over 72 days old. It's been 72 days since we did that? Wow. You know, sometimes it just seems like time stands still, and then one day you log into Bell Arc and you find it's been 72 days.
Mm.
Bada bing. Would you like to download and install the new definitions? No, not really. I just wanted to see what was there. So I talked to a fish guy today. Oh, wait, I did not talk to a fish guy today because when I said, hey, I got a question about fish for you, I don't think I can help you. You work in the fish department. What do you mean you can't help me? It just started. I have the damnedest time talking to people in the industry of certain things. And the place we were at today, their cheapest fish was $28.99 for a saltwater fish. And it was about 1.5 inch in size. Which I already know that salt water costs more than fresh water.
1.5 isn't that bait for your fish?
I'm telling you, it would be. It could very possibly be, yes. We have, Long Dog is asking a question. Is it possible you have local real fish store and not the big box store? Yes, we have several of those that are actually on the north and northeast side of Indianapolis. In fact, there's one called The Reef. It's highly recommended. I just, when I have a day of nothing to do, I'll drive up there and get some of my questions answered.
Which is never.
I'll have a day when
I called you today when you said you was going to be around here. When I told you after I told you I was going to go eat and I got done, and Mrs. K answered the phone and said he's taking a nap.
He was around. He was just taking a
I was
nap.
taking a nap. I waited so long for you to come back from feeding your face that I got tired and I took a nap. It happens. You didn't drive Miss Daisy around half the state of Indiana today. Okay, so what am I looking for here? It says operating system, processor, system model. Is there a specific? Oh, maybe if I click on software licenses.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, look at that! I learned something. Okay.
I've used that program for years.
Well, I don't want to share my screen while I'm going out over the internet, but up at the top it says software licenses, Belcar, Intel, Macrium, Microsoft, OBS Project, Team, R2R, Protein Emulator, whatever the heck that is. And then underneath that it says software versions and usage. Move mouse over something for details, click for location, and Blackmagic Design is actually in there several times. Version 18.1, 18.126, 18.26234. I swear it's football play. Doesn't tell me what the license is. We'll come back to that after I end the stream. I'll minimize that and see if you guys can make sense of it for me. Yeah, I think what it is, and I really have to stop doing this. When I get all these free plugins, who knows what's in those free plugins? Honestly, and I've thought about that for a while, actually.
Plugins to what?
Well, like if I want to use a bouncing text, it's a plugin. You just bring down the bouncing text, and it's already been designed for you, and you just put your text in for that effect.
Okay.
Instead of me taking the time to figure out how to make it bounce, because some of that stuff can get really complicated. Well, for me, it's complicated. For other people, it's just like, I don't know if you guys watched today's premiere or not, but I've seen people mask things with what I did today in about 5 seconds. They just go, and they're done. That took me a long time this morning to do that. And there's got to be an easier way to accomplish what I want to accomplish, but I do want to pursue that a little bit more. If you're looking for results, it gets very deep. Just absorb what you can. Other things. Yeah, I just need my license, so if I uninstall it, I can replug, because I don't know that I can uninstall it, reinstall it, and it automatically recognizes I have a license or not. I really don't. And if I do have it saved somewhere, I don't remember where I had it saved. So
Yeah, you'll need a license. You'll need it won't be like Windows, it won't automatically know. I don't think.
yes, the license keys are the main thing I use Bellark for. Okay. So 369, we lost another one. Greg leave again? No, Greg is up there, but he's not there.
Jim left.
Jim left. Okay.
That license key could also be stored in your registry.
Yeah.
As in, like, go into the registry and look for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it that way because, yeah, that's not going to happen, I don't think. I don't know much about the registry, except I've always heard don't go into the registry because if you screw one little thing up, you can really mess up your system.
Oh yeah, you can turn it into a brick. Trust me, I've done it a couple of times.
That's not real encouraging, Rick.
Hit the wrong key and then hit enter and it just goes black. Like, oh shit.
That's what they
Hit
use
the
to
Windows
set
key,
up DOS.
reinstall it, and start over again. It's on a test computer I was using.
When that
And someone
happened, did
told
you
me-
lose everything you had on there as far as any other
Well, it's just a
programs?
test computer. I didn't have
Oh,
anything
okay.
on it.
Okay.
And someone told me, well, I was trying to do something, and they said, well, you got to go into the registry and change one value, and then change another one. And I said, okay, that's easy enough. Well, I went there. It didn't go well.
So, is it possible to look at the registry without having the ability to make changes?
Yes,
Sure.
if someone knows how to do it, you can go down through the
Yeah,
hive
just
and
don't
you
edit
can-
anything.
Yeah, just don't
Yeah, it's
edit
probably
it.
gonna be a local machine, I think. HQ local
Yes.
machine.
Yeah.
Best way to avoid making changes, accidental changes especially, is log yourself in as a standard user. Make you another user account that's not an administrator on the machine, and then you can look at the registry, but you can't edit it.
Yeah, we might discuss that a little bit more in depth once the stream ends. Because if I sit here and go, oh yeah, I've got that somewhere, I'll be looking for it for 6 months.
I will tell you that the real license key is not always in plain text in the registry, because I've just been through some of that recently
Yeah,
with the
encrypted.
software.
Wonderful.
Using some of these tools like you did, and there's one or two others out there. I tried to find the license keys for some software I had on there. And fortunately, I eventually found what the real license key was in some notes on the computer, and some of the tools got it right and some of them didn't. Had a key in there, but it wasn't what you would manually enter in if
Right.
you were installing it. So
I think Alex is right, though. I think I did put it somewhere. I just don't really remember where.
I know you did because you did all this with me on Zoom or Messenger or something. You bought it and activated it with me on Messenger and or Zoom, and I saw you put it somewhere, encrypted it or something in like a zip file.
it's like when I bought this laptop I have, but I don't use very much anymore since I don't travel. I bought the honest to God $99 Windows Pro upgrade from Microsoft through the link you get in the operating system. And then the computer crapped out, and for quite a while, I couldn't find where I put the damned upgrade key.
If you bought DaVinci Resolve, they sent you an email to download it, and then they send you a separate email with the license key in it.
Yeah.
That's what was I was going to say. Yeah.
Yep. That
Yeah, I
rings a
remember
bell. But
seeing
the
that
problem
now,
with that is I don't keep my emails.
And it might be
You're on Gmail, right? Google keeps everything.
I do have
might be an
Gmail.
account. Ken,
Do you actually physically delete them?
Yes,
Put them in trash?
yeah, I went
and
and
then
put
they
them
get
in the
deleted?
trash and then
Okay.
hit the old get rid of the
Yep.
trash and says they're permanently gone.
oh my goodness.
They are for a while, I think 30
Okay,
days,
go
and then
both still
Gmail
see
gets
'em.
rid of them.
I got all my
Hold on. This is promising. Let me click on it before I get too excited. DaVinci Resolve Studio Key, DaVinci Resolve Studio Key, DaVinci Resolve Studio Key. Yay. I found it.
Where's it at?
Congratulations.
I'm not going to tell you where it's at. I'm on YouTube Live. I cannot be giving out the location that's in my documents file.
What?
Rick goes, what? Let me write that down. Oh, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to tell you where it's at, and then when I named it.
Yeah, say that a little louder.
Okay, now what's your IP address?
Tell us what it is and we'll write it down.
Why don't I just share my screen?
That'd be quicker.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, just make sure it stays long enough up long enough. We can get a screen capture.
Long Dog says.
I can
Long
do a
Dog says, read it
screenshot
out
of-
loud so we can verify it. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, we won't do anything deceivious.
Just share your screen so everybody can hit print screen on the keyboard.
Oh, okay. I
That's
get,
the
I
first
get
thing
what
I
you're
would do,
saying.
print
I'll have 10 people I can turn to get my license. Good idea. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Share screen.
Ken, do they allow you to reactivate if you reinstall?
You should.
Wow, Chris. You know what? I honestly don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't. It's the paid
Yeah, I know.
version. Okay, so now you want me to show you where it's at. So where did I find that at? Let me see here.
Documents folder.
There you go. Thank you very much. Documents.
There.
I think you're just
Right,
playing.
on your screen.
Tony's going to tell me not to do it. Did I flash my... No, I did not.
CD, big drive, CD, good drive.
That's right here. Get it? I'll show it again. Here we go. You ready? Hope you got that. First and only last chance to do it.
Wait a minute, I didn't hit print screen. I was eating my ice cream.
Freeze frame,
Well, if Wintermute comes through with his usually, as always, impeccable research, and I can get those
Yes.
out of there.
It looks like all the projects are in a database type file. Like, I can tell you where they are, but I don't know that you want to delete them. I think you have to do it within DaVinci. Or you're trying to get rid of them all the old projects.
No, I want to save them. I don't want to. What I want to do, because I'm having some issues with DaVinci right now, is I want to take all of my projects and take them out and put them on a flash drive or put them on my D drive or something. Uninstall DaVinci, reinstall DaVinci, and then put just the projects back on and
I think you have to export them and import them.
Yeah, I was going to say you have to
I
export them
think you
somehow.
can just copy the files off. I don't think that's going to work.
Is there a way to do a mass export? Or am I going to have to
Maybe.
do it individually?
I think you can export them all somehow.
That's good news.
I don't know.
There would
That's
be,
bad.
I would think in the settings somewhere in that menu bar up there, there'd be a way to export to or export from.
You think Doug would know?
I might ask him tomorrow.
Oh.
He might.
He doesn't use DaVinci Resolve,
No,
does he?
he does.
So he's not going to know.
Jim might. Jim uses DaVinci Resolve.
Let me check here.
I also
Let's
noticed
do
today
DaVinci.
that
No, I'm not going to do the update. No, I don't want it. No, damn it. You're going to force me to take it, isn't it? I
on
guess
what?
so.
What are you trying to update? Or what don't you want?
DaVinci.
Oh. I think
Doug
DaVinci.
doesn't use any video editing software, does
Yes, he
he?
does.
Yes, he does. He edits his videos.
Yes, he does.
Okay, upgrade. I can cancel the upgrade. Upgrade project library.
Okay, Greg shared his screen.
That's what I got again today.
Okay, hold on a minute. Let me.
Windows 11 22H2 is
Oh.
ready and it's free. Yeah,
I thought you could stop that from filtering through, though.
I haven't gotten it again. I've gotten it like twice, but I haven't. Not recently.
I wish they give you an option to stay on Windows 10 till the end of life.
They keep sending it out every 3 or 6 months.
So,
okay.
all right, let me do some quick counting here. So I've got 5 across.
In the past, I've always been one of the ones to be one of the first ones to jump on the bandwagon for new software and stuff. But I've seen enough videos of Windows 11 to know that I don't want to.
Well, Jim said he thinks it's not jumping on like Windows 10 did. But I see doctor's office around town that got Windows 11, so I don't know.
That's because
they have to abide by security policies. Somebody is telling them they need to.
Yeah, their service
like the
provider,
insurance
their whatever you call them.
Let me off this one time and gave me some nicer chocolate.
It's also a new. They moved to a new location also, so
Something a little bit stronger. However, she will.
70. Somebody multiply 270 times 5 for me.
Hey, Google.
1350.
How many?
1350, I think. 270 times 5.
Mm-hmm.
How many what? 1350.
Jose, you did that just to set mine off, didn't you?
What? Hey, Google?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Hey, Google.
Hey, Google.
So I have. How many did you say, Wintermute?
1,350.
I'm going to write it down this time. So I have 1,356 because I have 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom videos in DaVinci Resolve. Good thing Jim's not here because he would say, "Good Lord!"
Inconceivable.
Exactly. Well, some of those I need to go, like this one, it actually says delete this, so I probably do need to delete that, but I haven't reviewed it yet to see why I told myself to delete it. Now, the other thing I wish I could do is get a date on video number 1, because unfortunately when you start, like if I start this one here, which is copy of DaVinci first video, it'll put it from the bottom of the list all the way up to the top of the list, and I don't get an accurate date. And I don't know if I can right click and get a properties, open, read only, rename, import, export, restore, delete, cut, copy, load project. Yeah, there's no metadata there, so to speak.
If you're using File Explorer, you could put a column in there to add the date.
In DaVinci itself.
Oh, in DaVinci. I thought you were using Windows File Explorer.
No, I'm looking at DaVinci. I was really hoping I could do a mass export and or a mass import, and I don't think I can. Yeah, see, I'm trying to do a Control A. Can't do it. Cannot select it all.
Can't highlight them all with your mouse, your keyboard. Use the Shift key and arrow down.
That might be a possibility. Hold on.
I thought we exported those before.
I'm holding my left mouse button down. It's getting them all. It's getting them all. There we go. I got it. Well, that didn't work.
Hey, Alex, is a 12-character password good enough for that router password?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
What I use. Only time I use stronger is when is for the passwords for our website, because that's directly outward facing towards the public internet.
Yeah, I got a password I can use then.
Write it down and tape it to the bottom of your modem.
Or the back of your clipboard.
You know, in cybersecurity and Tim will probably back me up on this. In cybersecurity class, they said that the number one rule to follow is never write your passwords down on sticky note.
Well, that's what I've got, sticky notes. But I put them in my
safe.
I put them in a secure where you put money in Sentry box, and then you have a lock on it. I just shove these into it, and it's a fire safe Sentry box. It's where you put your money, and I just shove these into it and lock it.
You can open a fire safe in about 30 seconds if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, well, I'm usually the only one in here, so I don't let.
Yeah, I mean, if you're at home and there's nobody else around, usually, so long as they're out of sight, I think you're good. But I'm just saying,
they don't know where it's at, and if somebody does come over, they don't know I've got it. So
yeah, the first house we had, I had a big fire safe I bought at Costco. I mean, like 3 feet by 3 feet. And somebody got in the house while we were out and tried to steal it. They couldn't lift it, so they were rolling it down the sidewalk. And at one point, when it hit, the door just popped open. And I went to a locksmith afterward. He said, yeah, I can open one of those in about 30 seconds. And the hell of it was, after I got the combination and retracted the post where it popped open, damn thing still worked. But it's just meant to protect against fire. It's not a security safe. There's a difference. An expensive difference if you want to have a good safe. So,
and the other thing I need to do is, now I remember why I was panicking about this thing the other day. This computer here is only running on a 2.5 inch SSD. It's not running an NVMe. I gotta get one so I can use the drive that's in there now for my backup and image and backup.
So today I get a panic that earlier today, just before getting on the Zoom, I get a panicky, something's wrong with the printer. Alex, look at the printer. Something's wrong with the printer. I can only print like 6 or 7 pages, and then it will give me an error. And it turned out the error was the printer throwing up an error about the output tray, like where it spits the paper out. When you print something, it's full. Well, you can turn as a setting in the preferences that you can turn off. So I turned it off. So my reasoning is that since our printer's connected to the internet, HP pushed a firmware update to it automatically, which turned on that setting or added that setting to the printer, and then it started happening.
Well, I thought you were going to say it was out of paper. I'm glad to hear it was something else, though.
It was something simple, because I literally sat there and printed probably a good 20 pages just to see if I could reproduce the thing. And sure enough, I printed it. I printed those pages. It gave me the error. I played with it. Printed more pages. Give me the error. Played with it. Repeated that like 2 or 3 more times until I finally figured it out.
If anybody ever buys ink cartridges on Amazon, be careful, because last time I bought one, it showed HP printer ink. It was HP box. When I got it, it was generic. It was a generic cartridge, and I will never use another generic cartridge again. That means unbranded,
Well,
because it
I
messed the
get
printer up before.
we get our cartridges directly from HP, so we don't have to worry about that.
That seller tried to tell me, "Oh, there's a way you could trick your printer." I said, "No, I'm not going to do that."
Do you print enough, Alex, to keep them from getting clogged?
Yes, my mom prints about 30 bulletins for Sunday every week.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got a
paperwork.
I've got a
out for
brand
this
new
site.
inkjet sitting here that I've never installed and got it quite a while ago. And I realized I wasn't going to print that much in color.
Yeah, that's the problem I have is I don't print enough, period. So I'm gonna mute both YouTube and Zoom. And since it's 8:30 in Sean's neck of the woods, I'm gonna give him a quick call. I will be right back.
I sat now she prints every Sunday, but if I look back at the shipment history on her account for the ink cartridges, when they sent the ink cartridges, the last time they sent the ink cartridges was, I believe, like July of last year.
Are you on an autofill program or auto reorder thing?
Alex.
Yeah, no, he's thinking about it.
So
Okay, well, yeah, and I was looking at getting something else, and I've seen too many YouTube videos about these new tank models from
Echo
Epson
tank
and others. And if you get them jammed, then you have to run a cleaning cycle, and all the excess ink goes into a sponge that's inside there, and the sponge isn't designed to be replaced. So when the sponge is full, you're done. Now, there are videos that'll show you how to take the sponge out and clean it and put it back. But on the other hand, some of them have a counter on there too. And if you don't know how to reset the counter, you're still done. So I've been thinking about buying a color laser printer, but those are pretty expensive.
yeah, they have one at college in their main big computer lab, but there's one catch to it. It's $800.
Yeah.
The best color printer I ever used was the last place I worked in Las Vegas, which was back around 2009. Is the last time I was there, and they had color printers. They weren't inkjet, but they were, can't remember what the term is, but they had solid blocks. It was almost like wax, and they would melt and spray the colors on. Produce great stuff, but the printer itself was like $2,000 or something, and then the ink was expensive. So it wasn't something for home use, and you can hardly, I don't think they're even made anymore. I don't think they sold enough of them to continue making them much. Some of the new color laser printers are really LED based and not laser based too. And I didn't realize that till I started looking into this a little bit. So,
Speaking of passwords, you know where I keep all my passwords?
Your head.
I have them tattooed on my butt.
Yeah.
But I can't see them.
have them tattooed in reverse and then get a mirror.
There you go. Rick, if you're looking for a Samsung NVMe 500 gigabyte, $69.95. Newegg, Amazon, Best Buy, they're all the same price.
Yeah, just a minute. I got Gigabyte Z390. Gigabyte Z390 Gaming X. It's for that board. I don't know if it's I think it's for 4th gen, I think. And I
Oh,
don't know if it's 3x3 or 3x4 for the speeds. It's the only thing I couldn't figure out.
I recently bought this 2 terabyte NVMe drive, Crucial. It's actually Gen 4, and it was about only about $15 more than the Gen 3, and it's a lot faster.
So
And
you're
it was
able
on
to force Gen
the
4?
reason it was so inexpensive, it was on sale. Now I don't have a 4th gen slot, but if I ever do another build, it'll work in a 4th gen. Right now, I just have Gen 3, and it's a fast for Gen 3 too. So if you look at the reviews of it, so
It's one of them
anyway,
things that it's one of
yeah,
them things that I don't think I will be able to notice the difference between Gen 3 and Gen 4.
no, probably not.
There really isn't, but that's what the board has, I think, for NVMe.
All
It's
I
just
know is
I needed a little larger one for separate storage. I'm working on a couple projects and just wanted some bulk storage, and it was like $129 for 2 terabytes.
Yeah, I don't need that much. I'm even thinking of probably just going down to 500 gig for now and then just getting a 5 terabyte external hard drive and just throw all my videos and stuff onto that.
if you want a PCIe 4.0, 500 gigabyte Samsung, go directly to Samsung, $74.99.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know if that's Gen 4 though or not, my board.
Yeah, it's Gen 4.
You have to go to Samsung.com?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Same price on Amazon for the exact same item.
Where do I get to that in their website? What things, accessories? Hmm.
I'll be back. I'm going to take Max out. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, their 2 terabytes aren't too bad, but still kind of up there.
Okay, should be back on Zoom and YouTube both. That's the one good thing about using the Yeti. It's a
Yes,
one
you
button
are.
mute. Just got off the phone with Sean. We'll discuss that once I end the stream, which I'm getting ready to do. Been an hour and a half, if I got my calculations right. Yeah, an hour and 35 minutes. John Aloy says good night. Good night, John. Hope to see you tomorrow night. Good night, Tony. Good night, Long Dog. Good night, Jeff. Scroll back through here. Zinjack, if you're still here, thank you, Wintermute, for the link and the location. I appreciate that. I've got the link already brought up on the screen. William Dawson was there. Thank you, William. Tony Wallow again. To see if I'm missing anybody. Bobby Warren was with us earlier, but he never sticks around. Greg Guy was fourth. Greg, I tell you, if you find your phone, you're going to be astounded at how many times Greg, I'm getting ready to post the link for the chat or for the Zoom tonight. Get ready.
You do backups of Macrium, Ken?
I do, yes.
Yeah, so that's backing up all those files.
That'll do that too, won't it? You're right. PEX, yeah, I'm going to guess that has to, Long Dog put in 912 the word PEX. I don't know if that's in reference to the water lines or not, but that's, I think, the newest and latest and greatest. Chris Garrett was there. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to hit stop the stream.